There's a guy in there, and I don't remember his name, but he's got his way of doing it. This piece of metal is the bobbin. That's 3/0 thread, unwaxed. So, we need a decent pair of scissors. Again, you can get this at the fly shop too. And this we'll talk about later. All right. You need a little bit of dexterity in your hands to do it my way.
Could you tell me again what the thread is?
It's 3/0 fly tying thread. That's the size of it. That's the diameter of it. 3/0.
3.0?
Yep.
Diameter.
3.0. Okay. It's 3.0. Okay.
Now, that is a piece of squirrel right there. Squirrel tail. That's squirrel tail, not the body.
Where do you get that? The fly shop?
In your,
Or in your backyard, either way.
Oh, you get it at the fly shop.
If you want to shoot your own and you don't bone these
Right,
like
do
you
you
do
want
deer hair, you have to bone the deer hair, the bamboo, but we'll show you how to do this. I kind of made this myself.
Mitch,
You have to grow it.
where do you get the bamboo?
I have a neighbor that, the husband likes it, the wife hates it. And when I knocked on the door, she told me, take it all. Get it out. The bamboo grows like weeds.
Weed anytime.
Yeah,
And
it takes over, right?
Takes over. So most people that have it can't get rid of it, and she's more than willing to give it to me. Anyway, I made this little thing. It's just a piece of 2x4, a piece of 3/4 with some 10mm and 8mm holes. It has this handle on it, and that's just a piano hinge. And I'll show you what that's going to be used for. But, you see these little bench
We're gonna
marks?
let Mitch do all this and we'll buy it.
That mark right there is a 1/2 inch from here. This one's 3/4, that's an inch.
Like a ruler for you?
The less you have to pull out your tape measure, the more accurate things are going to be. So if you take this thing at the node, which is right here, I cut them about an inch, because you can always retrim that. You can do it. That's my handle now. Work around the house. This is just.
Call Mitch and buy
Either
some
way,
brushes.
she's got the number. This is just a piece of belt, off a belt sander. Now you see when you cut them, they're not actually perfectly straight. And you gotta knock this node down a little bit, because you don't want that hanging down. So, that being said, do the top first. And you just, and then you soften it up just a little bit, bevel the sides.
Is there a way to know when you cut it where it's hollow? Did you cut it in a specific place?
I cut it from the node, which is right here at that seam. I cut it 1 inch.
1 inch from
And then I adjust, because you can see some of the other brushes, they're not always an inch. Some of the bigger ones are. It all depends on how far you want to push it in there. And like I said, the next thing you just knock that node down. And this is, I think this is 80 grit felt. So it's pretty quick workout.
No, that's okay.
And all I'm doing is just turning it, just like this. The same thing on the other end. I usually put my handles 1 inch from the bottom, because the closer you drill a hole up in this end to this end, the chances of it splitting increase. So I drill them up here 1 inch. That's where the handles go. Basically 3/4 to 1 inch. And the handle is just, if your husband's a fisherman or if you're a person, 50 pound, 40 pound monofilament. Okay. One other little thing. See these little yellow wedges?
Yeah.
Those are actually tile shims. So you can use those to shim them in the holes to keep them up. Home Depot.
What are they called, sir?
They're tile shims.
Tires.
Tile.
Nope, tile shims. Okay, let's make us a little brush.
No. I got two of
Now,
you.
normally when you go to grab the hair, you're gonna need more than what you think you're gonna need, because you're gonna lose some of it. And I just take the hair and get it fairly even, like so, and cut it all the way down as close to the base as you can.
And you just buy this piece of squirrel tail just like that?
Yep. Now, the bones are in this. You don't have to bone these like you do
Why do you have
bucktail.
to bone the deer?
Because there's fat around that bone, and if you don't get that bone out of there and either borax this hide or salt it, it's not 6 months before I touch it. It kills all.
But if you get it from the fly shop, it's already done.
Yeah, it's already done. You don't have to do this nasty
So you
stuff.
can buy it like that from the fly
You
shop?
can buy
Yeah,
it
that's
just like that from the fly shop.
So Mitch, you cut off a piece from, I couldn't see, you were working underneath, so
Yeah,
you took the tail.
I took the tail.
You hold it up, Mitch, if you wouldn't
Yeah.
mind.
Okay.
And just, whatever you think you want in reference to the width.
But he
Like I
said more than you
You're gonna lose a
think.
little bit of
Right.
it. But, and you just grab it right there and cut it.
Okay.
The other thing, once you've got it cut, try not to move it around too much. And hold it up. Anything you don't like, pull that out of there. That one. Now, here's the trick, to where you don't have to have somebody else help you. You're gonna pinch it between your thumb and your forefinger. You're gonna take this thread and you're gonna put it underneath your thumb. And all you're doing is just wrapping it.
See that?
So you can do it all by yourself. You don't have to have your husband or your wife or whoever help you do this. Now,
And it comes with that metal thing too?
no, you have to buy that and
Separate?
thread, yeah.
That's the
What's
bottom.
that
This
called?
this
That's
is the
the
bobbin.
bobbin.
Oh, and then the thread
And
separate.
then the thread
Okay.
separate.
Okay, bobbin
Now,
with thread.
here's the
Okay.
trick. You're gonna have this thread. Take your hand and your two fingers up and over, and you're gonna cross that. And you're always leading with this front thread, where my middle finger is. You're always coming back forward with that.
Oh, that's the deal breaker.
And
Yeah.
you don't have to do it this way. I'm gonna show you another way.
Okay.
This is called whip finishing. This isn't another fly fishing thing, or fly tying thing.
Whip finishing?
Whip
Whip,
finish.
like a whip
But you gotta
snip.
do it with your fingers. They make a whip finisher, same thing. Cross it. Hold on to that. That's a half hitch.
It's a
That's a
slip
half
knot.
hitch right
Yeah.
here. Just throw a couple half hitches in it,
Crocheting, right.
done.
Crochet the end.
Crocheter, you're fine.
And you cut this off. You can leave a little tag end on the threads. Sally Hansen's hard as nails. There we go. And all you're gonna use this for is just to coat that thread. That penetrates through the thread and into the hair. And we'll just let that set for a little bit. After you trim the bottoms off, flat, leave a little stem, don't cut through the thread. It's just like a foot is all it is. Yeah. That brush is ready to go in a handle, just the way it is.
But
Heat shrink tubing, electrical heat shrink tubing.
That's a good.
put it on and shrink it.
And that's where the little piano hinge comes in. You gotta get the hair wet.
Delicious.
I can't do that.
You can have a little bottle of water or a little jar of water, you can dip it in there.
Never
You don't
spit
have
on
to
a
do it
pot
that
and a
way.
handle.
Yeah, just find where the
just
brush
sealed
is
the
gonna
deal.
be.
Like that.
1/4 of an inch of this.
I think I'd be more aware.
Yeah.
I thought about it.
The brush goes inside. And you see, you can move this. If you want a small tip, you want a long tip, do whatever you want.
Oh.
This is why I do them this way, because I got adjustment.
Oh, that's clever.
Here's my little clamp, that's what the piano hinge is for, plus it's also a heat shield.
Now, where do you
So
get
many
that
things.
tubing? Home Depot?
You can get it through Granger's, but you can buy a box of it.
The fly
And
shop.
This is 2-to-1 shrink ratio, so if it's 1/4 inch, it's gonna shrink to 1/8. You can get 3-to-1 shrink ratio, which will go down to 3/32. You can get it through Granger, but it's expensive there. You're
have
gonna
it
buy
at
a box of
Leshen-
different
Le-
sizes, and it's gonna cost you
No,
$100.
Lessons at,
Does this also
Fashion
waterproof
so
it
in
a
Denver.
little? This heat stuff?
This?
electrical store.
A
No,
little, oh, okay,
I'll show you what's gonna waterproof
Okay.
it, no.
okay.
So where do you get it?
So where do you get it if
You
you
can
don't
get it at Granger. I call my brother down in Florida because he's an electrician.
Oh,
Does
wow.
high-end stuff.
Ask your
No, I still
electrician
gotta
for
pay for it,
Can
but
you go to an electrical supply?
3/4 inch, 2-to-1.
it's 1/4 inch, 3/4 inch long is what I cut.
Oh,
That
oh,
varies
okay.
depending upon the brush. But if I was gonna buy it, I would probably just get the 3-to-1 and just leave it at that.
3-to-1.
3-to-1 in 1/4 inch, 3/16, 1/8 inch. That's the diameters now,
3/16, 1/8,
and quarter.
Just one of my.
All right, here we go. This is a heat gun. It's got 2 different stages in it, a low and a high. I just used the low.
Exactly.
So it shrinks right
And
there.
there it goes.
Yeah, we can
Was
see
that
it.
your own idea? Did you see this somewhere? That's very
No,
cool.
this is my trick. Because I use the shrink wrap for making some flies too. And it's a nice little sleeve. That's what's in there. I was gonna say that, right in the hole. Well, you might have to go through different ends of the brushes and things, or the handles. You know, you'll have a whole pile of those, and you can just find out which one's gonna fit.
So you just. I missed something. How did you get the shrink tubing into the handle?
Just push it.
Put it in.
And is it held in any way?
No, well, not yet.
Okay, so,
It will be.
okay,
I
there you go.
test fit them.
all right.
This way I know what brush I want, or handle.
My bag.
You can buy it in a tube like this, so it distributes nice and easy. Give it a squirt.
That's 2-ton epoxy?
2-ton epoxy, which is waterproof. 5-minute epoxy is water resistant.
2-ton it's called?
2-ton, DevCon 2-ton epoxy.
DEFCON.
DevCon with a B.
so the 5-minute is only water resistant.
Right.
What is, how long is this one?
This is waterproof,
Waterproof.
so.
So if you hang someone over a bridge, you have your decision of 5 minutes or forever.
Where did you ever come up with that image?
I'm rolling in
You
the head.
just mix this up for a little bit,
From tape.
5 minutes, 5 seconds, just as long as it's mixed good. Take your little brush.
How did you graduate from flies to brushes?
Progressively getting hit in the behind with someone's number 10. We won't mention any names.
Okay.
I don't know what that means, but that's okay.
Number 10 what?
Tell what?
Shoe size.
Make me brushes.
Okay.
You get it now? Okay. And any excess that's up there, I like to leave the tubing up like that, because then I can seal this.
Very cool.
That's
That's
great.
it.
Yay.
Wow. Impressive. Very